That's the sound of Patrice taking his tooth out. Retainer tooth. Let me see that fucking thing. I remember retainer cases, and the snapshot of it would make me realize how much of a nerd I was.
Yeah, it's like it's a PTSD flashback.
Yeah, I'm losing them and losing my headgear. I would if I had headgear.
I lost my
headgear for sure. I don't know how to open this to look at it.
It's really. It's.
I don't wear fucking retainer anymore.
It's not even
child-proof.
It's just this is the adult-proof. You go down on one side and up on the other. There you go. Now you can look at it.
Oh, that's weird fucking looking.
It is. It does look pretty alien, doesn't it?
That looks like gross.
So imagine, our millions of listeners, imagine what the outline of a bat wing looks like.
Yeah.
Scale it down to a gum color, attach a fake tooth to it, and then it goes in your mouth.
It looks like one of those rogue plants. Leaf that has a tooth on it or some shit. Fucking weird. So you got a date for Valentine's Day lined up?
Yeah. When is Valentine's Day again?
Valentine's Day is Sunday, February 14th, and it's always February 14th.
Yes, and I'm just now realizing today's the 12th. So that means
you got 2 days to find one day to find a Valentine, and another day to cash it in.
Oh man,
yeah, man.
I
already got the Olive Garden double date lined up. So if you're in, we just got to find women or men.
Yeah, I think my chances are pretty high.
Or droids.
Yeah, these aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah.
Those are the droids.
Well, any droid that'll put out.
Yeah, I could probably find a woman in 48 hours, because I've really gotten laid in the past 3.5 years.
It's 3.5?
I mean,
I thought it was like
three in a month. It's
3 in a month? Oh,
because
damn.
What, it's 2021?
Damn, dude. Yeah, it's 2021.
We could pretend it's 2020.
No, we gotta be honest here. You gotta fire that out.
So I went back to, for our listeners that don't know, maybe it's Jabeline. Her name's not actually Jabeline. I've been pronouncing it wrong. It's J-Bean.
That's worse. J-Bean?
It was either Jaylene or J-Bean.
Is it Jolene?
No, it's not Jolene.
Jolene.
Please don't take my man away from me.
He likes to vape. I hope he doesn't do the other thing that runs with that. Oh, please let him be into regular sex.
Joe.
I don't know what I'm going with. Just fucking trash it. It's garbage.
Great.
It's garbage just like her name.
Yeah, really.
J-Bean?
I don't know what's the best of the
J-Bean, like some shitty rapper name.
J-Bean on the beat.
J-Bean, I was a barista.
Now I'm vaping down at the corner next to...
that guy that's not raping.
Yeah, or something like that. I'm now going to bedazzle my retainer case.
You're going to bedazzle your retainer case?
Yeah.
You can actually decorate it? Oh, you have stickers there. Okay.
Yeah, they're your stickers.
Great.
They're your stickers.
I don't know where they came from.
Yes, no,
just basement stickers, whatever.
Yeah, what do you got in your basement?
Just a bunch of boxes from 9 different people and stickers.
Stickers.
And my cat. Where'd she go? You bitch.
Yeah, bitch. No,
J-Beline is not the real name.
It's originally thought it was maybe it's Maybelline, so J-Beline.
Yeah.
But now, and I didn't have the balls to ask her to repeat it again because it's already a confusing enough name and it's funny. So it's either
technically a little T for missing tooth man. Okay, go ahead.
So it's either J-Beline, J-Bean, or Jaylene. Jaylene's not bad.
No, that's not that.
J-Bean?
It's kind of trashy, but...
J-Bean sounds like...
if you date her, you're dating a trashy named girl, and she's probably into really classy things, like vapors.
Like vaping.
Vaping and vapors, yeah.
It's actually a great... I wish you were there for this conversation, because you would have had a lot to say after it. It would have been hysterical. So at my first encounter with her, she seemed hippie. But you were like, yeah, girl that's working at a vape store, probably a little more white trashy than hippie.
I said trashy, but you said white trashy.
Turns out she's half Asian, only because I encountered another female coworker there. Her name's not Jabeline, it's Haley, but I bet it's spelled weird.
Probably Halee or something like that.
Yeah, 3 E's maybe.
Hallie.
That's my sister's name.
Okay. And you're like, hey.
How do you say your name, Toots?
Is it like my sister? You don't look like my sister.
Oh, you weren't talking about my sister? Okay.
I'm taking my shoes off. I'm getting comfortable while you talk about this. Your sister who vapes.
No, but the
hangs out with 19-year-olds.
I think they've eclipsed the 20.
Do you think they're over 20?
No, I don't. I was
You're just trying to beef it up? Yeah. They're 16.
Yeah, okay, no.
How do you know that they're not 16?
Because one of them went to JMU.
How do you know?
She told me.
Is that Jay Beline did?
Yeah, Jay Bean.
Did you say that I went there? I used to
Well, it's because
I used to play soccer there, bro.
I didn't actually talk about the soccer part. But the first time I went in, I was wearing a JMU shirt. Second time, unknowingly, was wearing a JMU sweatshirt that had like the tiniest writing on one side. And she commented on it again, meaning she's either not that smart or I didn't make enough of a good first impression. She goes, "Oh, JMU, do you go there?"
She said the same thing twice?
Yeah, and then
So you, wait, well, hold on. You wasted my time talking about a girl who didn't even remember you. Is that what we're at here?
No.
She has an exotic name, so which turns out she doesn't even have.
The exotic name was not this hook, line, and sinker for the story.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just sidebarring it.
She is trashy and she's stupid and she works at a vape shop, but she's hot. Because I explained to her and she was like, "Wait, did I already ask you that?" And then we started talking again. She's like, "Oh, I remember talking before." So she does remember me. Great.
It's
foundation.
Very important. Generally, it's good that they know. Because, for one, I don't know, they can't really consent to something they don't know. So, what's very important in our neck of the woods is consent.
Yes, it is.
We are very pro-consent. We're
pro-consent.
Sex positive.
Sex positive.
We're apparently vape positive.
Vape positive. Condom negative.
Extremely condom negative. She's not going to make you wear a condom.
No,
I mean,
she
it's
would
in this
not.
hypothetical universe where you're going to have sex again.
No, the reason I bring her up is one, because I have now visited this store a couple times. Great products. I'll give them a shout out. Maybe I'll drop Jay Beline a link to the cast to see if we can get some sponsorship money.
She's not going to want to talk about some creep talking about a 19-year-old that's half my age fucking talking about you.
She works at a vape shop. How low can her standards be?
How low could her standards be? Pretty low.
How low could mine be?
They should be lower. Yeah, you should definitely lower them. As you're gritting through your hole in your teeth, you should definitely lower your standards, 100%.
It makes for a perfect pocket.
You'll never have, because you can't raise your standards if you don't first lower them. Okay? You got to bring them way down.
So I think I found this girl. Her name's Jay Beline.
Yeah.
Dark Horse, do I think I could possibly go back to said shop, get her number, set something up for Valentine's Day before it is actually Valentine's Day?
Why would you want to do that?
Just to prove to myself I could, I guess.
No, why would you fucking waste your time on Valentine's Day? Expectations.
Well, yeah, but what else do
Even with someone you just met, and they're like, well, it's Valentine's Day, maybe it'll be really romantic.
No, I don't want it to be romantic. I'd be like, hey, do you want to fuck on Valentine's Day?
And they're like, oh, no? Okay, I'll take 4 of the cherry. Do that.
Be like, oh.
I don't really condone being that forward with strangers.
Yeah, but then she has given me she's given me like a discount, just like I think for being nice or because she wants.
So are you afraid to ask her out because she's giving you're cheaper than you are horny?
No. Not as that thought did just occur to me.
You're cheaper than you are horny.
Well, it just crossed my mind now. If I do ask her out and it doesn't go my way,
you worried about a fucking unhealthy habit
I'm
being more costly? You're talking about vaping. You're not vaping?
Vaping?
Vape? You're worried about the vape price? Vaping. You worried about the price of that vapor?
The vapor?
Shit, the mist? Fucking mist? Are you kidding me? It's nothing. It's air.
It's air. It's water vapor.
Mist.
It's glycerin.
Yeah, it's glycerin? Is that what it is?
There's glycerin in there.
Nitroglycerin?
Nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin.
Glitter
go by to Jubilee tonight. You're gonna get so very high.
Sweet Jubilee. I wish you could hear me pulling extra strong.
Please put vapor into my computer keyboard by all means.
Yeah, because it couldn't get much
dirtier. You'll probably make it better. It's really gross. So one of the kids touched it today. I was like, no, don't touch it!
No!
I don't want to be like, you're going to get scabies.
Scabies?
You can get scabies, bro!
Scabies?
Yeah, bro, you're going to get scabies.
You get scabies, you get, what's the thing sailors get?
Scurvy? Yeah, you got to drink a lot of OJ.
Yeah. You'll get the scurvy, scurvays.
Scurvays. So, you don't have her number yet.
I don't have her number.
And what was the real reason you didn't decide to... This was like the third time you saw her, right?
No, this was number 2.
This is only the second time? Okay.
What I failed to mention was this other girl that was working the counter, they have, like, huge windows. See, I was being a little peeping Tom, you know... as I'm...
Wait, were you not going to go in unless Javelin was working?
I was going
in. No, I'm an addict.
No.
I need those mist. I need my mist.
It's not about the pussy. It's about the nicotine.
Valen vape.
Valen vape or Valen rape. You choose, babe.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. No, again, always acquire and give consent to anything. Go ahead. Idiot.
Yeah. No, to be honest, as I was walking in, I thought it was her and then realized it wasn't her and started talking to her and wasn't really interested in this new girl who looked even trashier. She had like a bull ring, nose piercing.
Like our old boss?
Yes, exactly.
One of those things?
Not as...
The snout
Yes,
thing?
snout.
The
Not
snout?
as girthy overall as our old boss.
Oh, so okay. Well, I was just talking about the ring. I'm not talking about her physical... I don't care. I don't care. I'm not invested in the other person that you're not going to ask out.
Wasn't going to ask this one out to begin with. Okay, however...
So there's Javelin and there's Snout.
There's Javelin and Snout. So Snout's there, and I was talking to her. And yeah, to be honest, I was a little bit disappointed. I wanted to talk to Javelin.
Yeah.
So I asked her some genuine questions about, which product, this. I'd be like, oh, yeah.
You're stalling. You're treading water.
A little bit, and I was like, yeah, actually, I talked to, I think it was Javelin, and about this last time, and then I heard her, and she walked over, and I was like, oh, yes, sick.
Nice.
Women, I've talked to women. This is a woman I've encountered before.
It's a girl, but yeah.
Well, legal age girl.
She works at a vape shop, she's a girl.
And had that other girl not been there, and had it just been Javelin, I would have asked for her number. But
there was worried about Snout?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Snout.
Peer pressure. The girls give you their number in front of other people.
I mean, it's probably happened to me, and I'm not saying that to boost my own ego, but I don't remember that ever happening. Me, like, asking for a girl's number with another girl present.
Yeah, well, okay,
one time... style.
One time I was, like, I had to get off, I was talking to 2 girls on a bus. I was in college, and I was like, I had to get off the bus. In truth, I had missed my stop because I was still talking. I was like, I can walk, like, 3 blocks, whatever.
Sure.
And then I was like, can I get one of your numbers? I actually said that. And they kind of looked at each other, and one of them was like, gave me your number. And then I lost it in my phone because my phone turned off or something. But
that's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
If if I was in that situation, that's the optimal situation. Because if you ask for one, if you're like, hey, can I get your number specifically, as opposed to, hey, can one of you guys give me your numbers?
Yeah, hey man, I'm trying to get a number.
I just need one.
Yeah, no, it was. I don't remember the fucking names were. They were both cute. I enjoyed talking to them. I think I enjoyed talking to myself while they were there.
That's good.
Probably.
That's good. It is enjoyable, or actually, it's not enjoyable. It's a little scary. Interacting with people outside of the small circle that you've had during quarantine, like. Going into the vape shop to ask people about a drug that I like was, like...
Tough?
Incredibly hard.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Are you, like, socially awkward or something?
Not, like, socially awkward, but, like...
I'm really, surprised you're not, like, clinging to it.
A little bit of social anxiety mixed with, like... I think I hate small talk, unless it's with specific people.
But they work for you. You're the customer.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
You can treat them however you want. I mean, I always treat them well most of the time, I think.
I always try to be
friendly. But you literally can treat them... Anyway, it's America.
Correct.
You could be like, hey, person, give me the product. And like, no, let's talk. and it's up to them. The onus is on them to kick you out.
Yeah,
Okay,
true.
there's no requirements to behave well. It's America.
I know. I'm just
Capitalism speaks. A lot of times it silences the worker,
the lambs.
the lambs. It silences the lambs, and the browbeaten client will just be like, get whatever he wants. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you could act,
No, I
you can
follow.
literally act however you want.
Yeah,
We
you
live at
could.
15% is a suggestion. Okay, it's a suggestion. I give more than that, but there's at least one time where I did not. One time, I still remember.
There's plenty of times I've probably given less than 15% just because I'm terrible at math.
You are so bad at math.
It's bad. It's not great.
I've asked out girls on the receipt before. I don't give a fuck. Okay, like it's not gonna happen. If it's not gonna happen, you might as well have a quick trigger.
I've done that too, actually, and it's typically when I was at a bar.
It never works.
It never works, but it always feels like the best
girls' numbers
idea.
that worked at B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings in college. And one of them, it was supposed to be like a non-date double date.
Yeah.
To a bar, another bar. And this one didn't have toilets, like stalls. It just had toilets.
Yeah.
So if you had to take a shit, which I had to do twice before she showed up, I had to go to the CVS or wherever it was across the street and just sneak in their bathroom and take a fucking humongous dookie, like splashing it everywhere, and go back because I had Taco Bell before a double date. The Taco double date.
Great idea.
Taco Bell double date.
Did you get back in time before she got there?
Yeah, and then it was only her.
Ooh.
So my friend was just sitting there like a fucking
Your friend was just third wheel.
third wheel, and I was like, this isn't going well. And then I spilled beer into her purse that she talked about, her purse that she got from studying abroad in London.
She's like, I just got back yesterday.
Yeah, I went to London and I spilled this beer, and it was like cheap ass beer. I was like, I'm so sorry.
You're like, oh god, 2 pictures of Bud Light. Fuck, I wish I had those back.
You know, and like I had a little thing for her, and so it had always been nice when I interacted with her, when she's paid to interact with me nicely.
Yeah.
But it's still doing more than a lot of people do. Like a lot of people, I wish I could have talked to that waitress. Fucking talk to that waitress. Who gives a shit?
Dude, my inhibition, alcohol obviously lowers your inhibitions, but
Yeah.
the most free or most, I guess, quasi-confident I was in doing, like, oh, let me write my number on this receipt or something. I would do that all the time. It felt like the best.
Because you didn't give a fuck. It was just like...
We didn't give a fuck, and you're like, oh, what is she going to do? Like, not text it, not call? It's
Yeah,
not a big
well, yeah,
deal.
she's going to do that.
Well, yes, but that's worst case scenario. What am I going to do? What
That's
am I going to do
best case scenario.
if that happens? What
That's
am I
all
going to do?
case scenario. They never fucking call it.
No.
Apparently, sometimes they do. But so, I mean, if I was a guy and I was getting hit on, I would call all those fucking numbers. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, what's up? What you know about them nudes? Just kidding. What you know about them nudes? Oh, it's snout!
Oh, it's the snout!
What you know about the nudes that I'm about to send? You know, you're not a customer anymore. We're free to...
Yeah,
like, just so you know, this is no longer a customer and worker interaction. So we can say whatever we want and do whatever we want.
No
and you're
rules.
like, I just thought you were kind of cute, and now I'm just kind of questioning my decision to give you this personal information. Yes. Lean in.
Yeah.
As Sheryl Sandberg said, lean in. Alright, as you can tell, we do not have Valentine's Day. Not the first time. I've never had one, to be honest.
I think I had one.
You did? You dated long enough to have one?
I don't think
Did you have one with that person that you last dated?
No, but I gave her a fucking Easter basket for, like, Easter.
I thought you said Easter basket. I was like, is that what is
Yeah,
that? Is it yeast infected?
It's slang for yeast infection.
It's a Yeaster basket.
Hey, I gave her the Yeaster basket.
It comes around the zombie life of the Lord. It's just yeast that... Oh, real quick, that same friend that was double dating with me that was really 2-on-1?
Yeah.
He said one time he was fingering a girl and something broke off on his finger. I was like, he said, what do you think it was? I was like, yeast, maybe? Or you got some of these fingered leprosy. Fingering lepers.
She's got like a French briole roll just like cooking up in there.
Brioche? What's a briole?
Creole.
Oh. Creole?
It's a Creole brioche.
Roll. Yeah, but yeast, man. Yeast.
Damn, could you imagine if you're fingering a girl? Which you can, because I know you've done it relatively recently. And just say you're in a park, right? So you're fingering a girl in a park.
Yeah, last year, yeah.
And,
yeah, I did that. Like
totally.
Last year sometime. It was a park.
No, I only say that because...
They got fingered.
I fingered a girl in a random field on a blanket, but...
it was a random field?
It was
like an airfield?
Yeah.
Military base. You know I'm a flyboy.
Yeah. See that,
I flew that one. Not recently, but a while ago.
A while back. Anyways...
I had glaucoma and I had to quit.
Anyways,
I was so good they offered me to stay on, but I was doing the right thing.
It just wasn't the right thing. Anyways, you think you could take 3 knuckles? Or
oh, God. I remember thinking, like, when I fingered someone that I accomplished something, and then I would look back, like, weeks later, like, I got nothing out of that. I made out, my jaw was sore, and I fingered somebody.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't get anything. I didn't feel closer to them, number one. I didn't get off, number two.
Did it make you want them more?
No, maybe want them less.
Really?
You got more excited. Well, you're young, or you were young when
this
you were,
was. I mean,
a few years ago, you weren't even legal. Last time you.
What?
Last time you porked someone, you were probably not even legal to drink. So either way, you were young. You were
that's true.
You were 21. You were 20.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Your claim is true. It took me a while because it's been over 3 years.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
It's a long time.
No, but like you were thinking, like, yeah, man, I got to feel so close to him when I was fingering him. Like, why?
No, not like that. I mean, like,
what did you close? How? Close to having sex?
Like, no, like if I had an interaction with a girl and she like stopped me, she was like, no, like I don't want to, like, not the first time or something, and I was only fingering her and I didn't get anything else out of it. And I was into her and she was into me, it would make me want to fuck her more the next time, or like what?
Oh no, very few things. When I like sobered up, as far as not being like ragingly horny, or not ragingly, that sounds bad, but like, I got a rage disorder, it's gonna pop. Or like,
it's got high blood pressure,
temporarily,
and he's uncircumcised.
Temporarily in my body, basically, I would say, like, feeling like my body feelings like, oh,
give me something to hump.
Usually I'll be like, it's like, say if you think you're really starving, but you eat a little bit of food that's garbage, and then you're not hungry anymore.
Yeah.
That's what fingering is to me, or like foreplay was to me. I'd be like, It
got enough of the urge that
or just like, I just like moved my body a little bit. I'm like, it wasn't that. I didn't really want her anyways. Or
I don't know if I really had it
so there's
in
something wrong with me, definitely. Like,
I've had that.
There was so little connection with me and others when I was younger, outside of the family, like that. I feel like there's something that was like drastically wrong with me when I was younger.
I think I'm not.
And now I just don't have. Now it's just been more the lack of opportunities and the drastically wrong things.
Yeah, I think there's something. Yeah. I think that is. I can relate to that. I remember having sexual encounters with women. Maybe.
Men.
No, not men.
Droids.
Roger. These aren't the droids you're looking for. No, I remember having interactions with women and like having sex and like literally in the act of having sex be like, yeah, this 1 doesn't feel that good, 2, I don't think you're that hot, 3, I snorted way too much Vicodin before this, and 4, I have to take a pee.
Why would you think like you're not that hot?
Not like that. It's just like I don't know.
That's a maturity thing.
It probably a maturity thing. It was probably always like, oh, I want to do better, or like I had held too high standards.
Doing better is not doing fucking Vicodin, for one, and number 2,
no shit,
not having like utter dispassion for yourself and the person that you're with.
This was at a time when I still had an ego, though.
Everyone like wants this like idealized physical partner, and that for some reason that's the first thing we'll think about when we think of the opposite sex, because we're like, what's going to get me repeatedly out of bed go up and go to work and make a living for somebody else in addition to myself. It's just the idea that you have this goddess or god with you at all times. It's all bullshit because
it is.
God or whatever cruel higher power or lower power gives them horrible traits to balance out their physical narcissus and in the pond looks,
Yeah.
And
it's true.
I mean, it's not true for everyone. I mean, obviously we are not damaged at all.
No, fuck, we are the fucking
and we're so attractive.
We are good looking.
Yeah, with my mustache and your tooth, we're great.
Dude,
we're a good couple.
I bet, you know what? I bet some real low bar girls would love to threesome with us.
I want to give mustache rides to...
I want to give a tooth ride to someone.
You need a tooth ride to Snout?
Yeah. Just get right in between.
She's going to snag her nose ring thing on your tooth hole.
That'd be bad.
And like, oh, it looks like we're stuck together, honey. You want to screw?
Oh, man. Oh, God.
You know how we could get out of this? Screw.
We could screw. Oh, man. Hope I don't get a dry socket.
One of us is going to have a dry socket. Let's see who it is. I've had my sinuses have been acting up. I've got a real dry sockets right now. How about you?
Yeah, mine are...
Why don't you check down there? Why don't you check the old dipstick? Ooh.
Yeah, mine's a little dry.
Like, hey, are you like the mid-level boss I gotta get through to get to Jabeline? Snout! I gotta fight Snout!
A challenger approaches!
A challenge approaches!
It's just... Yeah. Like, why is it pig noises? Because she has a nose ring.
It's not making fun of her. It's
not making fun. It's just
horrible snout.
A horrible snout, and it's really unattractive on 99% of women.
Oh, that snout thing. Yeah, I think nose rings are.
I think
cute,
studs can be cute.
Yeah.
You don't need something going on here.
No, the nose ring. That's like under. What is it called?
I think it's
undula.
And what?
Is that what's an uvula or an undula? What is? Look it up.
Your uvula. It's what's
uvula.
in the back of your fucking throat.
Okay, well, what's an undula?
An undula's. Wait, this could be anything. An undula is like what a gentrified occupant of a New York City borough says when they're busting their like nut. Undula. I don't know.
So like a hipster moves in and they come and they just go Undula.
Yeah. I don't know. That was really far.
That's pretty good.
That was far-reaching, and it didn't quite hit.
It didn't quite land.
Or maybe it's your drunk uncle fucking your aunt Angela, and he's like, Angela. Or he's Italian. Angela. Hey, I'm Angela in here.
We're fucking Total 180. We'll go back to that. One of the kids, our favorite kindergartner, the Dean Hunt guy came in, and he was just like, hey, he was kind of like joking, like, what's your name? I think he remembered, but he was like, what's your name? He's like, none of your business. None of your business.
None of your business.
He said it like that.
I'm going back to my pooter.
Yeah, I'm going back to my fruiter.
My fruiter.
He calls it his fruiter. His computer's fruiter.
It's so hysterical.
It's so bad. Like his speech
so
impediment
cute.
is just the darlingest thing.
I'm going back to my fruiter.
Yeah, I'm with my fruiter.
You gotta open the fruiter.
Yeah, the fruiter.
I also love the Dean, the double secret probation Dean Wormer. Yeah. He's like the most like awkwardly nice guy who's like, oh, I'm gonna be, and I don't envy him because it's probably a hard position to be in. But you're like, Dean, mid-30s. Oh, I'm still hip with the kids. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
But here's something really serious, and if you cross this line, you're
so you know, guys, because like, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Your whole life is fucked.
But I'm cool.
We're about to do a lockdown drill, so I want you to pretend there's a murderer in the building.
And
perhaps multiple murderers.
Next week, this is just me thinking outside the box. You know, classic Dean. I'm gonna bring in couple ARs. One of them might be an airsoft gun. One of them might be BB gun. One of them might be real.
We're gonna play it.
We're gonna find out.
Oh,
Whichever classroom is least prepared gets to play.
Oh god.
You're like, whoa.
Oh, Jesus. This is yeah, I hate that drill. So I walked in, and we were about to do that drill. I was like, oh shoot, and I walked into the room, and then the guy checks the door, because he was letting me in, like B was letting me in, and so like we failed. And I told him, I was like, I go to bat for B, he goes to bat for me. So I'm like, hey, oh yeah, just so you know, I was coming in as we were doing that because it was during my break. He's, oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, yeah.
Isn't that they failed the lockdown drill from you being able to walk in the fucking building, walk up to a classroom that's supposedly in lockdown, and you're like, oh hey, sorry I was late. Like,
no, it wasn't exactly like that.
And they're like, fail! It's like, you let him in the fucking front door.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, they should have it when they know every one of their staff is there.
Yeah. Do you think they would...
Or he should be like, take your lunch take a super late lunch or go in my place.
Yeah. So
but I don't ask for strong leadership. I just want a paycheck. And I like hanging around with my crew, with my kids.
I do too.
I wanted to make sure I said that the right way, you know? I think I did. I think it was a B+.
I think you said it as well as you could have.
Yeah, thanks.
You just like hanging, doing, kicking it. Just
kicking it with children, yeah.
Kicking
it,
mine. Some leisure activities.
That'll never be mine, no matter...
Some leisure boys, man.
No matter how nice I am.
Leisure boys, kicking it with some boys.
They're never going to be...
Every once in a while there's a girl, but we shy them away.
We shoo them away. We shoo the women away. Because
it's all boys drool for other boys.
Boys drool for other boys. Leisure club.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If you think you could get automatically registered onto a sex offender C list just by saying stuff,
I have multiple trigger points right now. Mustache. Work with kids.
Tooth.
Male. Single male.
Single male.
No relationship.
Gotta be honest, your age isn't helping you.
No, probably not. Because I'm right in that Scoutmaster territory.
Dude, you're like into like scout. You're like the leader of the scout group.
Pack leader.
Like you'd be the equivalent of like the young gun senator who's making a run for the Oval Office. You'd be the youngest president in history. If you really get into Cub Scouts now, that could be you. You could be the alpha.
The youngest postmaster general or whatever.
The youngest
of the Scouts.
The youngest Cub Scout master. What's a really good like euphemism for a pedophile? Like
it's Cub Scout master. Actually, I think Scoutmaster is a good euphemism for pedophile.
Yeah, he's a registered Scoutmaster. Excuse me. Sorry, I meant pedophile. Yeah. Fuck me, man. I was playing like Taboo the other night. It was on the card. I couldn't say it. It's just tomato, you know?
You know, pedophile.
Scoutmaster.
Yeah, I think it's weird if you, like, didn't at least at some point have your kid in your scout troop and you're the leader of it.
I think it's normal.
A little bit. Because one thing, if you used to have it, you were so used to leading the thing, so they just keep turning to you.
Yeah.
Because I think I had a couple relatives that did that, male relatives that did not diddle me.
That was the next question, but
I know it's a valid question.
I think my dad, my dad kind of copped out on a lot of that shit. Like when I was a Cub Scout. It was we had den moms.
We're both Catholic Cub Scouts.
Yeah, Catholic Cub Scouts. Den moms.
This is where I found the connection between being horribly lonely and sexless. Having den mothers.
Den mothers.
Goddamn fucking den mothers.
I'm a little cub. Oh, here's your den mother.
I don't want any other hunters hurt you.
Am I going to develop an Oedipus complex? No, you're going to develop into a Boy Scout.
Yeah, not at all. You're going to hate me.
You're going to fucking hate me and you're going to rebel.
You're going to seek out me and every woman you meet.
Yeah, you're going to be 20 years.
They're going to want to, you're going to be about to thrust inside of them and they're going to tell you, make you do a craft before you do, and then you're going to come.
You're like,
piddle all over the sheet.
You colored outside the lines. Try again.
Your princess is in another castle. You're like, God fucking damn you, son of a bitch! Oh, you scrapbooking bitch!
I just want a nut.
We had this woman that did scrapbooks like professionally later on, And she fucking field tested her shit on us.
She was a professional scrapbooker?
She was like, well, professional as you can get, scrapbooking. I mean, who's a
fucking amateur?
This was like in the 90s, though. Like,
this was when it was like hot.
Like right
this
before
was like
Pinterest and shit, right?
This is,
like years
dude, scrapbooking used to be a beast of its own.
Probably was a monster. Probably pretty good at it, but
I almost threw it up.
We didn't do manly shit at all, or even girly shit. We just did like...
You just did scrapbooking and then...
Why not just sit us in front of like fucking Young and the Restless or something? Make it bigger creeps than we already were. One kid got out of it and he ended up being president of our class.
He was... Dude.
Like, that kid was cool. Like, I liked him. And he got along with a lot of people. Like, oh, you got out of the shitty scout den and you're not socially awkward like the rest of us.
There you
That's
go.
great.
I was. I think the moms tried really hard. They were really sweet.
At least yours were sweet. Ours are shrews.
My mom helped out a couple times.
Not my mother.
Oh no, my mom helped out a couple times, and she was a total bitch. I love my mom to death, but she was.
You gotta tell her which episode to listen to.
I was also just kind of a piece of shit kid.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Judging by my
your on mic persona.
You think I would love to have like a give me a panel of people or like a test a subject pool and show them my picture and be like, do you think this guy's a piece of shit? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you think he was a piece of shit when he was a kid? Yes or no? I'd love to see like the percentage.
Would it be you without a tooth with a backwards hat, holding a vape pen, or in a Diet Coke, which is what you're doing exactly right now? Dressed well, but top.
You can't give away my identity to the listeners. They have to develop and fantasize for themselves.
They already know. They look at the guy that's just drooling after every woman that walks down the street, no matter what they look like. Yeah. Not out of desire, just drooling.
Just drooling. I have a salivation issue.
The salivation helps. Salvation helps me. We can go until we drop tonight. I'm having fun.
I'm having fun too, man. Fuck. There's always a couple things that I think of before we do our shows.
Yeah.
Something that's funny, it catches my eye. And it'll be funny to talk about on air. But I have this...
and you forgot.
And I always forget.
Callie, come here,
Callie,
meow,
meow, meow, meow.
I made her dance to Prince, audience.
Well, you can tell by the way that's not a Prince song.
That is... That is not Prince. You got
that's
any
the Bee Gees.
You got any booby pictures in there?
Any boobies?
Is it just all pictures of the bets?
No, I have a fat picture of Emperor Palpatine.
Fat Palpatine?
Isn't that great?
Yeah, he looks like Karl Rove.
Or he looks like Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, a cross between Rove and Limbaugh.
Yeah, hi, Kelly. No, actually, the majority of the pictures on my phone are... Yeah, most of them are betting. Like, my recent 20 or 30 for a week will be bets, then I delete them.
Well, now you don't need them anymore.
Well, I'm doing it just to have a second
document. Well, you should have a burner phone.
This basically is my burner phone.
Well, text the picture to your computer, and you have them on your computer. Something that's a little more private.
What's that? Do you mean a fruiter?
Your fruiter. Yeah, text it to your fruiter. Here, fix that. There
my fruiter.
Come here, kitty. I see your glassy eyes.
Meow. Meow.
Yeah, text the betting pictures to your fruiter, and then you can do it off your fruiter. And it's a little easier.
I got my betting pictures on my fruiter. They see me whipping in my scooter. He's got a bad foot and missing a tooth, but he's gonna come through and rap in the booth. His name is Party Pat. He's a little fat. He's got bad feet looking at oh shit.
She's fucking wiped out. Callie, are you okay?
That wasn't
for the audience. The cat just fell off like two flights of boxes. So that's not that bad.
Yeah, it's like 5.
Look at all this equipment I got to work out. You think I should work out? Look at his fucking stomach. It's not that bad though.
It's really not that bad, dude.
Right? It's disappointing that it's not worse. Right? Like it's just not. I know what you mean. It's not doing anything.
Well, it's because a little bit of effort that comes away.
What's up? Yeah, but like the lack of effort that I've put forth should develop into something
worse.
It's like I use just enough like physical energy despite not moving a lot at work.
Yeah.
Just looking. Yeah. It's like watching children. How come there's so many fat parents? How is it possible? Are they just lazy parents?
No, it's because life takes up too much stuff. That's so cliche. I know
Yeah,
it
but
is, but it like
okay, but my metabolism isn't what it used to be, but
which
maybe
is
I
true.
still got it. Maybe I still got it because
I mean
I don't work out anymore.
That's not that like
this is garbage. This should be worse. I'm saying smite me.
Smite me
down.
on smite
Make me fat. Like, give me a reason to try more. Like, I'm not gonna allow myself to look at my father's body, but like,
mine doesn't
I'm
even
going
look that
to,
good anymore.
I'm going to do better. But I need the point of no return, and it's quite frankly, it's just not there. Especially in a pandemic where we're like, we can't go play basketball. I have to make reservations to swim. I still haven't fucking done that. I better do that before my next therapy session, so I can just be like. Completely gloss over the whole gambling thing and only focus on the.
Remember I mentioned last time I really wanted to do this thing?
I casually mentioned I bet here and there, but like it's not consuming me or anything.
Yeah.
And it obviously didn't if I already haven't done it for a while.
Which is good. I'm one surprised and proud that you're like, nah, man, just take a week off.
Yeah, I'm taking some time off of that.
We just need. It's not you. I mean, it's us. We just need some time apart.
Yeah, it's not you. It's me.
I think it's also to blame that the fact that no sports across the entire world are they're anomalies this season.
Yeah,
there's
it's weird.
It's weird. There's too many
weird factors. Like a team in college basketball will be off for like 3 weeks, and it just feels weird watching it. Like I still watch it because I watch Michigan State. I'm addicted to having that feeling, but it's a much hollower version of what that is.
I agree. I think
it's like being a I'm gonna say narcoleptic. That's obviously one word. Necrophaliac.
Necromancer.
A necromancing necrophiliac.
A
wizard of fucking
you're
deads.
A necromancing necrophiliac.
You know, like where you're just dealing with the hollowness of what used to be something great. And you're like, fuck it, this is good enough. That's what. It's not a fetish. It's settling. Okay, if you're out there and you're a necrophiliac, I want you to admit to someone in your life or yourself. Maybe don't tell anybody. Tell us.
It has to be someone alive though. You can't.
Yeah, you can't admit to someone and then fuck it.
And you're like,
I'm so into you, babe. I'm so into you. Girl, you know it's true.
If you believe me, don't move a muscle and don't have a pulse. Oh, thank God.
Oh, God, your heart is so cold. I'm so horny for you. Yeah.
I'm horny for you.
You don't fear the reaper. You're already dead. And now we get to fuck off so much. Yes, but that's what it feels like. I feel like a necromancer necrophiliac.
I mean, I feel like that with most things I've done this year. I've felt like a necro, like just shell in front, and then it's like there's this void or this space.
It's
and
dead. It's dead. Everything is dead space.
Yeah,
like
it's like nothing. I'm not getting the true emotions or like pleasure or what I should get out of things.
So like it's almost a wash for your mental health. Like if you already had mental health issues, because they're like, is this just like a larger version of what everyone's feeling right now? And if so, should I discount a lot of this and just forget about it once I feel better when the world kicks into place?
I think so.
Or like, how do you improve yourself while you're dealing with that? This is the ultimate pivot.
It is.
We went from necrophilia to like mental health.
But it's. I think you hit the nail right in the head. It's like you can either scratch it off, be like, yeah, man, this whole last year. You know, the way I felt, things weren't normal. It's like, okay, well, yeah, that'll change. But I think trying to make it better in this time it's really fucking hard. It's really great. It's really easy for me to be like, all right, I'll do this different.
Yeah.
To maybe enjoy this more. I can do this to change these things, and I just cannot do it.
Well, you did like at least 50 podcast episodes, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're in school virtually the whole time, right?
Yeah, I also did a little stay away vacay.
The vacay rehab.
It's the rehab facility. Come get lit with me. We're going back and smoke all the weed you see.
That's the worst rehab ever.
It's the rehab of Jamaica. Come
Jamaican rehab.
You come here and we'll take
What do they
ya.
say? You to like third world rehab,
Jamaican
not even
rehab.
Jamaica. What is it like there? There's like, don't drink anymore.
Don't drink anymore, and
You live in your poverty without substance.
On the topic, I think that the preaching of if you were an alcoholic or you were like
You're
drank
always
too
that
much,
or whatever.
it's like you're always that and you can't do anything else. It's like I think that is complete bullshit. I think I can smoke weed if I want to. I think I can that in a moderation.
I think you have to there has to be like a grace period.
I
don't
agree.
think you're there yet.
I think I'm within reach now.
I'm not saying you would go back to drinking. I just think you have to spend more time in the misery that is sobriety. But you know what I mean? Like the being bored.
I hate
because you have vaping and you got betting, right?
Yeah.
Those are two things that would be considered vices. Video games is
entertainment.
Video games is a little
vice.
bit, but your age still qualifies you as for playing video games.
Yeah, it's like a normal recreational activity.
Yeah, you'll get a few years older and you'll either stick with it or you're like, eh.
It'll probably fall off a little bit, which is fine. It has.
Yeah, so I don't think you play it to the point where it's like a vice, right?
Well, no, I don't.
Okay, but you vape for it. That's
vaping is definitely a vice, and I think I agree with you on the grace period thing. It's because I still think that's true. I think I've convinced myself into what I have bought a couple times at this vape store is Delta 8, which is technically it's hemp derived. It's derived from CBD, which is the non-psychoactive that's found in weed from TH or within the same plant.
Kitty, you listening? You need some because you don't sleep enough.
And
she's on top of the chair that Patrice is sitting in. She's lounging. Go ahead, sir. Continue to preach about.
And so I have gotten a couple of these. It's actually legal for now. I think.
So it's vaping, but.
Well, I mean, it is. It's
so
vaping.
Cigarettes. Now gambling's legal too.
I know. I've been very close to getting an account.
If you got caught, what would you say now?
Well, I would. But for the record, if I was caught with gambling, I'm taking the fall for that, right? I'm not blaming Andrew. I wouldn't let you my parents would be like, oh, that's Andrew's fault that you got into gambling.
So what does it matter?
Yeah, well, no. I mean, it's I wouldn't just
he's not doing it.
I just wouldn't let them say that. I'd be like, no, it's me. I enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was actually okay at it so far.
Yeah.
Ish.
Well, you're not bad enough that you're not a combination of bad and stubborn. That's the worst you can be as a gambler, is be bad at it, stubborn, and have just enough resources that you can
continue to
drain all your resources.
Yeah.
You gotta have a cutoff point, and then be like, I'm gonna take a break on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not there. You're fine.
But
I mean, or don't do it. Or do it. Who cares? Not my life.
The thing I bring up about the D8 thing is, I explained it to you before, or not explained it, but talked to you about it when we were at the diner. For our listeners that don't know, we like to frequent a couple old
Silver Diner in Amphora and Herndon, Virginia.
And Herndon, yeah, why don't shout out Herndon on the map?
Put us on the map.
Roland
Taylor. Did he win?
We should find out. I'm gonna look that up simultaneously.
Find out if Roland Taylor won.
The reason I felt okay with not rolling the dice, but all right, here's this thing. It's Delta 8. It's much less psychoactive than Delta 9, which is regular weed. So it anxiety reducing, feels like a weight lifted off your chest a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't really if you take a ton of puffs and do a lot of it, you will feel pretty high, but
you get fucking shredded.
Yeah, the same thing with
but
anything.
Are you supposed to do it in conjunction with fucking Xanax and shit?
Probably not, and I'm figuring that out over the course of the past couple weeks.
Yeah, that's especially while you're that's why I stress for if you're newly sober or thinking about being sober, I stress, like, try to limit your vices that you take on or that you continue while you're dealing with, like, basically the banality of evil that is everyday life. And you have to get used to it, because otherwise you're just gonna, like, spiral. Possibly. I'm not saying every listener out there or you,
but
Patrice,
I think
me.
But I think there's truth to that. It's
like you gotta, like, put some time between yourself and the person that was on a substance or a behavior, right?
Yeah, you need some stability.
I'm like
before you start making changes or
step one
bringing
is
in, like,
acknowledge that what you're doing is detrimental to a more calm and peaceful and enjoyable, ultimately, or meaningful. Maybe if it's not enjoyable, it could still be meaningful. Future and near future as well. So that's step one. Step two is like, all right, well, I'm pulling the plug on that. I'm going to stop doing it for X amount of time or for a period. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then, only then, are you ready to begin the process of getting used to the withdrawals, and then the feeling of, like, maybe I got this, the fear, and then overcoming the fear a little bit with, like, well, this isn't so bad, and, like, oh my god, this is bad, and that it's nothingness.
Yeah.
And then you go down these ladders, right? These rabbit holes. I think you're not all the way through the rabbit holes to be like, I'm gonna do this because I'm kind of bored, but I don't think it's gonna consume me.
I think that's
pretty quick, though, man.
I don't know.
It's only been like, what month was it?
It's been like 9 months.
That's still not very long.
It's the longest. It's felt like a long time for me, but on the same note, it's gone by relatively fast.
It was during a pandemic, so it seems like it's been like 5 years.
Which could make it harder.
It does change
or
time,
I don't know.
But it's, I don't know, but, like, there's not a lot of places to go where you can do it, so you're just more likely to get tripped up.
I agree.
So you got to go with some place to do it, because you can't do it in your car while you're driving. Can't do it at work.
No, I don't.
Can't do it at home.
Oh, I have it home. I mean, yeah.
You do it at home, but, like, I mean, someone would barge in your room because you don't have any.
Well, it's not
have any privacy.
My privacy.
You go boffing in the basement or wherever it is, vaping.
No, well, the cool thing about the D8 stuff is that it's not like your quote unquote typical weed, so it doesn't smell. So I'll be done with my homework, or I've done something, or I'm chilling, and I'll be like, yeah, this makes life not as bland.
Well, that's a tough one, because it is bland. I didn't bet this week, and I'm like, this is about what I was afraid it was going to be. This is what it had been kind of before, but I was watching TV a little bit before, or listening to music more, and I'm not bored with music. I still listen to music, but I'm like, that cat doesn't hang out with me long enough for me to suck up 3-4 hours a night. I don't really watch TV right now unless it's my team in basketball, and I feel more connected to someone else's creativity when I'm sharing it with someone instead of watching myself, because I'm like, I want to turn this shit off and write something, because I don't give a fuck how good it is.
It's just one way. It's just
it bothers me. There's a Kendrick Lamar line. He's like, it's something like, I don't want to hear another noun and verb from you, the rest of you people, and he uses an epithet that I will not use.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel when I think about writing. Not necessarily when I'm writing, I'm too, like, focused on that, but when I think on the actual process, but of creating some shit, sometimes it is shit, sometimes it feels good.
Sometimes it's good shit.
But, like, just feeling like I want there to be, like, what Shakespeare must have felt if he was indeed a man, and, well, not more than one person, you know.
Is there validity? Like,
I'm pretty sure it's a
not
man,
to jump too much onto that, but that feeling, that's what you're saying, is that you want to feel that feeling.
I want them destroyed and their works obliterated, their future works obliterated out of
who?
Everyone else that's out there writing. If you're out there writing, I hope you are less successful than me in the future.
Yeah, you want to be the Shakespeare. You want that feeling of like creating something.
Now, granted, I want you to be successful. I just want your success to pale in comparison to my own future success. And So I hope you turn this off and you start writing, because that's what's going to take.
Or you start vaping.
And vape, because I have more talent than you. So you just have to live with that. Bye.